all we Palestinians want is tranquility and our country to be free.
So I already saw you wondering, who is that beautiful, courageous Palestinian girl? Well, I will give the context right now, but first, this is your favorite half Chinese. So I was at the ICJ today. For those who still don't know what it is, that's the International Criminal Court of Justice in The Hague, where I live, where they were talking about the case of Palestine and Israel. So I will elaborate on the ruling later, right after this video. But when I was there, I met this girl and her family, and I asked her if she wanted to say something, and this is what she wanted to say. So I will give you the entire video of what she said, unedited. She is from Palestine, so listen closely to her message to all of us. Also, for this video, I really need you all to share it and like and save, so it will boost the algorithm, as this sort of content mostly is being suppressed. So I need everybody on board to help me and this girl to spread the information that she is bringing to the rest of the world. This is the unedited video again with the message of the Palestinian girl. I have to name her like that because she didn't want her name to be mentioned. Anyway, I hope you will enjoy it, and afterward I will give you the ruling what the ICJ actually ruled over.
The Western media is very influential on how people perceive particular situations. As a matter of fact, this Palestinian situation is being perceived as a movement led with resentment and animosity, but all we Palestinians want is tranquility and our country to be free. You see, they're always preaching that, oh, we are against colonization, oh, colonization is bad. And as a matter of fact, they celebrate independence. They celebrate the Day of Independence in the USA, the Latin American countries' independence, and the Indian independence, but they're not celebrating the Palestinian independence. They don't want Palestinians to be independent. They want us to remain under colonization, and for God knows what. I'm personally against it all. I think the Palestinians should be free. I am a Palestinian child, and they perceive my people as bad. They think we are harmful because we are Arab, but we are nothing like that at all. We just want tranquility. We just want our share of independence too. We just want a good economy. The Israeli apartheid and the occupation of Palestinians is not only impactful on our economy, but our people. Evidence can be fabricated, but what's happening in Gaza is not fabricated. The children who are dying are not fabricated. The children who are dying have souls. They have lives, and the Western media is treating these lives like mere dominoes, one after another, and they're still not prioritizing the Palestinians should be free. Thank you.
So that was a really short message, and very emotional. When you were sitting in front of her, you could literally feel the pain, and yes, to me it was a beautiful thing that she had to say, but also very emotional, because when you're sitting in front of somebody, you can actually feel the energy, right? Yeah, what's happening is not just, people, it's not just, and it gotta stop. But anyway, we have to continue with what they spoke of at the ICJ, and I will talk about it right now. So what we're looking at is the unofficial press release, and I will do the first pages, the first 2 pages alone. Because if you want to know more their motivations behind it, you will have to go and download it yourself. It's 5 pages long, but it would be too long for the video. I only have 10 minutes, and I will not be able to make it in 10 minutes, so I only do the main points. So as the title, you can see legal consequences arising from the policies and practices of Israel in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem. The court gives its advisory opinion and response to the questions posed by the General Assembly. The Hague, 19 July 2024. The International Court of Justice has today given its advisory opinion in respect of the legal consequences arising from the policies and practices of Israel in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem. It is recalled that on 30 December 2022, the General Assembly of the United Nations adopted Resolution A/RES/77/247, in which Referring to Article 65 of the Statute of the Court, it requested the International Court of Justice to give an advisory opinion on the following questions. A. What are the legal consequences arising from the ongoing violation by Israel of the right of the Palestinian people to self-determination, from its prolonged occupation, settlement, and annexation of the Palestinian territory occupied since 1967, including measures aimed at altering the demographic composition, character, and status of the Holy City of Jerusalem, and from its adoption of related discriminatory legislation and measures. B. How do the policies and practices of Israel referred to above affect the legal status of the occupation, and what are the legal consequences that arise for all states and the United Nations from this status? In this advisory opinion, the court responds to the question posed by the General Assembly by concluding that the State of Israel's continued presence in the occupied Palestinian territory is unlawful. The State of Israel is under an obligation to bring to an end its unlawful presence in the occupied Palestinian territory as rapidly as possible. The State of Israel is under obligation to cease immediately all new settlements activities and to evacuate all settlers from the occupied Palestinian territory. The State of Israel has the obligation to make the reparation for the damage caused to all the natural or legal concerned in the occupied Palestinian territory. All states under an obligation not to recognize as legal the situation arising from the unlawful presence of the State of Israel in the occupied Palestinian territory and not to render aid or assistance in maintaining the situation created by the continued presence of the State of Israel in the occupied Palestinian territory. Internal organizations, including the United Nations, are under an obligation not to recognize as legal the situation arising from the unlawful presence of the State of Israel in the occupied Palestinian territory. The United Nations, and especially the General Assembly, which requested the opinion, and the Security Council should consider the precise modalities and further action required to bring to an end as rapidly as possible the unlawful presence of the State of Israel in the occupied Palestinian territory. And then after this is the reasoning of the court, and if you want to read that, just download the whole document from the ICJ itself. It's fresh uploaded there, so be careful, it's still hot. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you. I think a lot of people wanted to know this. I hope you will re-listen to the message of this girl. Just think about what she really is saying and try to analyze it. Just really take it in. Right? It is necessary in this world full of misinformation. I hope this video to you was very valuable, and if it was, then please like and share. You should have done that already, so if you haven't done that, I'm kind of mad, but no, I'm just kidding. I hope you will share it because I really need it, because this kind of content always is being suppressed, so we need to convince the algorithm that it must be pushed along. Thank you for watching. Soon I make another video also at the ICJ. I have some other things what I probably will do with one of the organizations that is doing the boycott thing. So it's going to be very interesting. MrFong will outline a new strategy for people who are interested in boycotting for whatever reason they want to boycott. I'm not allowed to say what, but everybody can understand what I mean. Anyway, please like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. And as always, have a great day. Your favorite half Chinese.